Hi, I have a question that was given to me by a student of mine, and we're going to be using integration by parts, using some trig stuff here. And you notice it's integral, a definite integral from 0 to pi over 2 of x times sine of 4x dx. So what we're going to do first is we're going to set our u. We're probably going to let u equal this guy right over here, x. The reason why I'm going to set u equal to x is because when I take the derivative of u, I just get 1 dx, so it's a lot easier to work with. And of course, this is probably going to be my dx, or excuse me, dv. So we're going to let u equal to x. We differentiate that, so du equals just to dx. It's 1 times dx. We're also going to let dv equal to sine 4x dx. We integrate that. The integral of dv is just v. The integral of sine of 4x is just negative cosine of 4x. And if you take the derivative of this, negative cosine of 4x, we end up with a positive sine of 4x. But we multiply by 4 due to the, what is it called? The chain portion. So to get rid of that 4, we just divide it by 4. So it's an easy way to check. Make sure when you integrate, take the derivative, make sure you get back to the original. It's a really easy check for these, so make sure you do those. So we have our formula, which is now integral of, integral of u dv is equal to uv, just like the light, minus integral of v du. Notice how it's interchanged here. So that becomes u times v. U is here times v. And I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. The negative comes out first. X over, I'm going to put 1/4. That way, it's a little bit easier to deal with. Negative 1/4 times x times cosine of 4x. Evaluated, since it's a definite integral from 0 to pi over 2. Minus integral of v du. V, which is right here. The negative and this negative will cancel to a positive. I'm going to factor out the 1/4. And then du is dx. I'll put that in the back. And I got cosine of 4x. Okay? And that's what we have so far. So let's evaluate this. Or let's do the first term right here. I'm going to factor out negative 1/4. And then I'm going to put in pi over 2 minus, times cosine of pi over 2 times 4, which is cosine of 2 pi, minus, I'm going to put in 0 times cosine of 0. I get nothing there because I'm being multiplied by 0. Excuse me on that. Plus 1/4 times, I forgot to change the limits integration from 0 to 2 pi, or pi over 2 in that case. Of the integral of cosine of 4x is sine of 4x. Derivative of sine of 4x is just cosine of 4x. And since I have to multiply it by the chain portion, which is 4, I don't have a 4 there. I'm going to have to divide it by 4. So it's going to be 1/16. A little tricky on this. Evaluate it from 0 to pi over 2. So it's going to be negative 1/4. Cosine of 2 pi is 1. I know that. So 1 times pi over 2 is just pi over 2. Plus 1/16 times sine of 2 pi. Pi over 2 times 4 is 2 pi. Sine of 2 pi is 0. Minus sine of 0. That's also 0. All that for nothing. And so don't worry about that. And it should end with 1/4 times pi over 2, which is negative pi over 8. That's our CRF, calculator ready form. Let's see if you do this on my calculator now. Go to math, number 9. On my TID4 plus, I go from 0, the limits of integration, to pi divided by 2. Make sure when you're dealing with trig functions that you're on the mode which is in radians because pi over 2 is radians. If you're in the degree mode, same thing. You should go from 0 to 90 degrees, which is pi over 2. Use the right arrow key. X times sine of 4x and parentheses, and then dx. Where's x right there? I don't know what pi over 8 is, so I'm going to have to evaluate that too. It's negative 0.3926. I'm going to try this one. Use the negative right there. Pi is right over there, divided by 8. And let's see what happens. Oh, I get this exact same answer. And so therefore, can you see a little bit better? There it is right there. Boom. Chakalaka laka laka. Awesome. So I know I did it right. Good luck on your exam and your homework. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.